Hello, and welcome to Why I Love Warhammer, this series where I go into an unscripted ramble about why I love something in this hobby. And on this episode, it's the Seraphon, the Lizardmen from formerly Fantasy, now Age of Sigmar, Legacy in the Old World. And the short version of this video is they're dinosaurs and lizards. What's not to love? I was a dinosaur kid. I watched Walking with Dinosaurs on the TV as it was coming out. I've got I had loads of dinosaur books as a child. For my 5th birthday, I was given a book called Dinosaur Stories for 5-year-olds. I love dinosaurs, and lizards are amazing creatures. I've never seen a lizard I didn't love. Some I love from afar, like the Komodo dragon, but I still think they're amazing. Um, I've been trying to get a pet gecko for a long time, but heat lamps and having to have insects being bred in the house kind of skews me out a little bit. But anyway, love lizards, love dinosaurs, and that's what the Seraphon are all about. Not quite. They're also about an Aztec aesthetic and a very Aztec-like culture. Again, I think the Aztecs and okay, I'm gonna say Aztecs here. I'm not knowledgeable enough about history to distinguish the Aztecs and the Mayans and the Inca. So if you want to come in the comments and say, oh, actually, this model is based more on this Inca civilization or this Mayan piece of mythology, please let me know. Um, just because I don't know doesn't mean I don't want to know. So yeah, anything I get wrong, please let me know in the comments, from history to stuff about the models in themselves. Again, I can love something even if I don't know enough about it, right? So can you. So let's start with this model, which I'm gonna. Yeah, I think this one's the Stegodon, but either way, it's this beautiful Styracosaurus with this kind of the spikes on the frill. I love how stocky it is. It's you can feel the power, and I love this. I'm gonna call it a howdah. The stand all the all of our skinks are on. Are they skinks? They're not saurus. I'm gonna call them saurus warriors. But anyway, the guy's on top, right? Um, I think that's really cool. I love this kind of the extended blow dart thing. I love the gold and filigree on this. I think it's a beautiful model, and I just think it's really hype to have. Whenever I try and make a Seraphon list with the hope that I'll get into, that I'll be able to pick up some models at some point, this is always what I do second. I first put in the way I construct my fantasy list is I first put in 3 of my favourite model in this range. Then I put in as many of these as will fit, and then I put the general in at the end. Because I think this is a phenomenal model. Raptidon Riders. I was so happy when these got announced. So one of the things that I think a lot of, if you're a dinosaur fan the way I was a dinosaur fan, the idea of dinosaurs having feathers was weirdly hard to swallow. And because you kind of grow up thinking of dinosaurs as these kind of terrifying, scary monsters, and that's what part of what made them cool. And you think, I don't know, feathered. The pigeon outside has feathers. That's not scary. And so it was kind of a hard pill to swallow as the evidence became more and more insurmountable. So these Raptidon Riders having the feathered designs, but still having that raw power of being dinosaurs was beautiful to me. I was so happy when these got announced. I would show anyone who would listen to me, look at what just got revealed. Oh my god, that's so cool. I was so hyped when these got revealed. I love these kind of the Deinonychus type claws. They give me vaguely Ornitholestes vibes otherwise, but I think they're amazing. They're beautiful mounts. I'd love to run these. Again, when these became a battle line unit, meaning that you could have 3 and that's part of the essentials for your army, that was glorious. I think the Raptidons are phenomenal to me. Okay, Saurus Warriors. Actually, Saurus Warriors. I love these guys. I think they're really cool. They've got the Aztec clubs, which are, in my view, the Aztec clubs, these kind of spiked blades, are quite possibly the weapon I would be the most afraid of going up against from all historical weaponry, right? I feel like the weapons the ancient Romans used, the ancient Greeks, the ancient Egyptians, yeah, they would hurt the whole time you're dying, right? But there's something differently scary about these spike clubs that just skeeves me out. And if it skeeves me out in a war game, it's doing its job right. And yeah, this is phenomenal. I love this snake, this serpentine banner. Gives Quetzalcoatl vibes. Love these gorgeous shields. I think they are beautiful looking. I've also got a lot of respect for these. So these are the newer sculpt, but I got a bag of the old sculpt for my Necron army, where I was in the view that the Satan Shard of the Void Dragon didn't look dragony enough. It was just a human with wings and no face. So I took the head. So I bought a bag. It was like 10 heads from Saurus Warriors, and I just glued one onto my Void Dragon to make it look a bit more dragony. So that added another layer of respect I had for this kit. And even if I hadn't done that, they're still really cool and still deserving in talking about loving this hobby. Okay, this one's not Lord Croak. This is the other Slan. I think these are glorious. I love frogs. I won't go into how much I love frogs. Watch my Blood Bowl video. So because I talk about my love of frogs at the end there, but I love this big frog here. I love the frog-like medallion. I love this tiny frog here. I love this lizard. I love this bird. I love the animal companions you get in a lot of these models. I think the throne is gorgeous, and it's got this. And it's one of those models that does a really good illusion of flight, where it's like you can tell that like there's a point of contact here, there's a point of contact here, there's a point of contact here, but so it's physically attached to the base, but it looks like it's levitating, and that illusion of flight is so glorious. When they do illusion of flight right, like they have here, it's a beautiful thing. I also love how the slan factor in with the lore, where these guys are Grand Alliance Order because they hate chaos, and that's a thing that the slan did. And if you believe, depending on how much of the lore you believe and how many fan theories you believe, the same slan are actually the old ones from 40k setting, which then leads into my theory that actually the Old World and Age of Sigmar are prequels. Well, no, I actually view them as sequels to 40k, but you can evidence to the contrary is that these slan, they are regular magic users in the Age of Sigmar setting. Okay, more Saurus warriors on Carnosaurs? I forget the name. No, nope, the name has escaped me. Again, I just think these guys are really cool. These kind of the Deinonychus talons here, but otherwise a very kind of Allosaurus-y vibe with the tail feathers. And these are like they've been tied on. Like they don't organically have have tail feathers, and they just strap the feathers to them. I think these are really cool. I love the aesthetic of them. It's just proper dinosaurs, right? Just proper dinosaur riders. These guys I think are glorious. This Dimetrodon looking guy here. I know Dimetrodon's not technically a dinosaur, but it's a giant prehistoric creature with scales. I'm down. And yeah, the guys alongside it trying their best to tame it. I think it's glorious. I'd love to paint up one of these guys just because I think they're cool, and I'd love the painting challenge of doing the sail. I can imagine some really amazing paint jobs where people have gone whole hog with this. Like there are amazing Mortarian paint jobs, right? And I know this is an Age of Sigmar video, but I'm going to keep referencing 40k. I'm sorry about that. There are amazing Mortarian paint jobs where they put eyes on the wings, and I feel like there's such potential there with a sail like this. Okay, Lord Croak, King Frog himself. I just think this is a really cool model. I love the frog nature. I love his companion here. I love the diorama base. It's a thing I'm always hyped for with when you got a model that needs to be really important, but you need it, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be such a big model because it's the same species as something else. Then it's just not. You want to give that diorama base so the model can be bigger without the dude being bigger. And I think that's what this Lord Croak model just has down pat. I love the kind of this green stone, the the jade it's got going on here. I just think it's beautiful. Kill team, sorry, warband for Warcry. I just think they're really cool. I love this guy's pose. I love the chameleon. Um, I love the idea of different types of ways of it could hold the blow dart. Like I'd love the tail to be wrapped around the branch, or for the tail to be the thing that holds the blow dart in place while all four limbs are on the branch. But again, they just captured the chameleon aspect of this really well. The old chameleon skink sculpt was a bit that didn't look so chameleonic to me. It was still neat, but it just wasn't a chameleon in my view. So I think this is a really beautiful set of models, a really cool warband. This guy I just think is cool. I love it when they ponder the orb. If I had one of these, I'd be painting it up so that looked like the planet Earth. But I love, again, it's got a good illusion of flight. It's got points of contact, but it still looks like it's floating. It's a gorgeous plinth, and I love these purple eyes as if he's in a kind of trance. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Again, another dude riding a dinosaur. It's awesome. See what I said about the other ones. This guy's just got a bit more leader energy to him. And then same here. The horns are a little bit weird. It looks like the horns are coming out of his nose. I know they're not. Like that's his nose there, clearly. But again, I love this two-tailed thing. I love the mirroring here. It almost feels like these two are kind of bonded, and so they have similar physiology. I think that's really cool. And then this dude as well. This look at this maw. Look at this gaping maw. Look at the claws. This would be terrifying to have charging towards you on the battlefield. And this feathery shield. Absolutely in awe of this. Like this thing stomping down the battlefield would be so scary, and it's beautiful for that. Another Stegodon model. Love the spikes in the tail. I love this face. Again, the howler up here. I just think this is so cool looking. And again, having these stomping down the field would be really fun. I love the gold, the gold as well. It works so well. Another one, again, this one. I think I like this one a lot more because it looks like the howler's kind of placed on rather than being bolted on. Feels nice to the dinosaur. Another guy being another one of these being just glorious. I love scales for On Games Workshop models. Scales and feathers. A, I think they sculpt them really well, but B, they really work well with contrast paints. And I'm a huge sucker for Zenithal base coat, where you do a whole model in black and then just like the outside in grey, and then you use contrast paints and you get the shading, and that works so well with scales and with feathers. So since I discovered that, I've been a huge. It kind of elevated scaly models in my view, and yeah, this one's just perfect for me. These old guys, again, they're just cool standard models. Love the outfit, love the lizardiness, love the shield, love the weaponry. What's not to love? Another warband, all the chameleons being beautiful, and the pterosaurs around them, just phenomenal. I think these might be some variant on the Ripidactyl, but they're just glorious to me. And I love the blowpipes, I love the weapons. They're just really cool, right? Chameleons and pterosaurs, match made in heaven. Yeah, okay, Ripidactyls. I don't understand the purpose of these weights. I don't know if they're to be dropped on enemies as a weapon, or if they're there to weigh them down, make them easier to tame. Again, I just think they're really cool. The fiery weapons here, glorious. And these guys, they're not trying to do an illusion of flight. They can do it really well, like they've done before in this range, but these guys have classic flight stands. It's glorious. I like flight stands. I like the clear plastic. I know that's not a popular opinion, but it's mine. More of these guys. Again, how beautiful. I love the flying steeds. I love the spears being wielded. Just glorious. Okay, the Bastillodon. This is my favourite model in the range. It's an Ankylosaur, which is also my favourite dinosaur. These two facts are very much linked. I love the crystal on top. I love that it's being placed on, so it's not feels nicer to the dinosaur. I love the crown he's wearing. It's, you know, the respect the Ankylosaur deserves. I just think it's a beautifully made model. When I start making a fantasy list for Seraphon Age of Sigmar, I begin with 3 of these. And if they were battle line, I would literally... If these guys were ever made a battle line unit, or I found out a way to make them battle line, I would have the cheapest general I possibly could, and as many of these as would fit in the list. I think this is amazing, and it's an Ankylosaurus. Love it to pieces. I'm going to have to stop. If I don't stop myself here, I'm just going to be talking about... I'm just going to be repeating myself about loving Ankylosaurs and loving this model over and over again. So I'll end it there. I'll say thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate you joining me. Do you love Seraphon? Do you not love Seraphon? Tell me why in the comments. If you want to like this video, really appreciate that. If you please subscribe to see more, relentless positivity in your feeds. Love that too. Channel memberships are open. I've got a Patreon you can donate to if you wanted to support me financially. And comment question of the day: favourite dinosaur? If you're here for Seraphon, chances are you at least like dinosaurs. I'm guessing you got a favourite. What's your favourite dinosaur? With that, I will see you next time, and I hope you're all having a really good day.